Welcome everybody. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the design of the foot. Now, for all of you who have what we call flat feet or plantar fasciitis or have bunions or have lack of blood flow or have had Achilles ruptures or a lot of sprained ankles, all that has to do with that collapsing of our arches in our feet. And a lot of people say, oh, I was just born with flat feet. And I would venture to say that the majority of us aren't born with flat feet. It is a conditioning that we build, whether it's be due to our shoes, the constant sitting down, the lack of connecting and having awareness of our feet, because again, we are wearing shoes all the time, not getting out in nature, many things that can be causing this. This is why our feet are collapsing, and then up the chain, the body is then responding to that, which is leading to a lot of the pains that we feel, as I said. Now, why am I going to go into this? Because the body has what's called sacred geometry. It is found in nature, as many will say, it's, God's imprint on this place we call Earth. And what that sacred geometry is, among many things, but the one I'm talking about specifically is called the golden ratio. And you've probably seen pictures before in regards to that. I'm going to post it here. And that golden ratio is found in trees. It's found in the oceans. It's found everywhere. And it's basically showing a spiral. It's showing us a vortex. It's showing us exactly how the body and how this place moves. And that is within a flow state, a flowing motion. That golden phi, or that golden ratio phi, is found in our ankles. It's found in our body. And our body is dependent on moving through that math, that sacred math, in order to be, vibrant and healthy and moving well. It's very, very dependent. So when we collapse those arches, we're literally falling out or collapsing out of the sacred geometry that our body is dependent on. And as I said, it's found in the ankle. It's found in our facial expression. It can be found from the top of my finger to my wrist and from my wrist down to here. That right there is the golden ratio, phi. And it's important for us to know this because as we move and we're paying attention to all these details, we're not just saying, oh, I was told to move this way. We know why we're meant to move this way. And another thing that's important about getting back into our arches is that it is in our language, the criticalness of that arch, because as we know, we're not separate from nature. We're a part of it. And what's the most important thing with nature? It's the sun, it's the moon, it's the seasons. And now I ask all of you, why is the bottom of the foot called the sole, the sun? Why is it when we're on the balls of our feet and we move forward, we're springing forward? And that when we fall back on the arch and we lean back on falling back onto the heels or hell, that is where a lot of death occurs, or there's a lot of suffering that happens in the world when we're in those winter times, because there isn't life, there isn't abundance, there isn't that spring where life is given. So we're literally being told on our feet in the words we use that we're moving through the seasons of our foot every step we take. And if we're living on our heels, which most people are, and they're not on the arc of the sun or arc of the sole of our feet, what happens is then a lot of dis-ease and pain start to be communicated and expressed not only in the body, but in our energy and around us, and we feel it. A lot of times when we feel sunken or down, we feel that energy, and it's hard for us to get out of that. So that's why we're going to work on building those arches back up, getting back into that sacred geometry, understanding in another video, in videos, the oscillations that occur and how important it is for blood flow and interstitial fluid flow, in all these pieces that are going to make us vibrant, as I said, moving with the way the body's designed, and ultimately feeling better, moving better, and hopefully living a life where we're not in pain. So thank you, and I'll see you all in the next video.